Hello everybody, it's Earthbound for another weekly update. First things first, I'm feeling a lot better than I was last week. It's amazing how much of a difference a week can make. Last week I felt like death, and my stomach wasn't working, and neither were my intestines. I couldn't really eat or drink, and it took me till about Thursday before I could eat anything without my stomach going absolutely crazy and having horrible side effects from that. It's nice just to be able to eat food and not be like, well, I'm going to be in the bathroom the rest of the day today, you know? It's great. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. I can sleep now. But anyway, so I'm sorry there were no videos like for 2 weeks now. I really didn't expect to have these side effects because I didn't have it last time. And yeah, this last week I was actually like legitimately upset that I didn't have anything for you guys except for like the Final Fantasy 15 and the Pokemon distribution stuff. So I'm sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. No, but seriously, I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, so this week, hopefully tomorrow, I'm gonna start recording Oracle of Age Seasons. I think my voice is back up to par. The reason why I didn't record last week is that there were times that I was feeling okay, but like if you go and look at the Pokemon distributions, my voice isn't great, and I have a standard. I have standards, guys. I know that sometimes you may not think that or whatever, but I have standards, and I usually only apply them to my Let's Plays. But yeah, so um, we're gonna have more Seasons. Oracle of Seasons. We're gonna have more Shovel Knight. We're gonna have more Majora's Mask on the Sephiroth, and we're gonna have more Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It's gonna be a busy week for Dovey, but that's because Dovey has to get back on track. I have a Let's Play that's gonna be up on Hanukkah, which this year Hanukkah falls out. The first day is Christmas, and the 8th day is New Year's, so it's that week. So it's going to be an 8-day Let's Play. It's going to be good. It's going to be with me and my brother. And then after that, that's in just a couple of weeks from now, really. And after that is going to be MagFest the next week. So the MagFest is the first week of January this year, guys. So I want to get myself back into the swing of things before all that starts up. But yeah, that's already off in the future. Also, that's going to be Box on Head Week. Hanukkah this year is going to be Box on Head Week. Just keep that in mind. Box on Head Week takes place from the 26th until New Year's every year. So keep that in mind for those of you who got stuff like the Ultimate Collector's Edition for Final Fantasy 15. Came with a lot of boxes. But yeah. So, fun times. Yeah, we're getting back into things. I'm still not feeling perfect, but I'm definitely light years ahead of where I was last week, and that's nice. Really into where I'm going to be feeling for the next bunch of weeks while we determine if I'm going to get another round of radiation or what. That's really going to be decided by scans, though, probably at the end of January, mid-January, end of January. So, yeah, we'll see. Not really much to talk about on that front. Stuff. Got a few stuff things. First of all, The Last Guardian came out last week. I flipped around the cover, so it's this nice, like, the inside of the cover. As you can see, the inside of the cover has, like, a little backing here, so... Last Guardian, I have not played it yet, but it looks really nice. And what I have been playing is Final Fantasy 15. And it's so weird to be holding these two things in my hand. I know everybody and their brother has been saying this, but Final Fantasy 15 and The Last Guardian, both in disc form in my hands at the same time, playable. It's something else. It's something else, guys. But I have been playing a ton of Final Fantasy 15. I'm only in chapter 3 because I tend to play the game slowly. Um, but yeah, I'm 10 or 12 hours in or something like that, maybe 15 hours in. I can't really tell because sometimes I just leave the game running, so it just runs the clock. Um, but it's good. It's good. I like it. I like the game a lot. It has good mechanics and music and characters, and so far, just the little things haven't really begun to bother me yet, so that's good. Um, but yeah, so play it. It's good. It's fun. As long as you have at least 60 gigabytes free on your PlayStation 4 or whatever it is you're playing on, because this game takes up a lot. I bought the disc, and it required me to free up 60 gigabytes to download onto the system. Like, what's the point of getting a disc if it just does that? So I had to delete a whole load of stuff off my PS4 because it's full as it is. And yeah, because it's bad. It took me a very long time to get the game to work because it didn't tell me that it required that much memory. Last Guardian, well, it doesn't say here. It says on the inside cover thing that it needs 15 gigabytes, so I am not downloading that yet because I don't have 15 free gigabytes on my system. But yeah, I also watched Kingsglaive, which I really liked. And it actually added a lot to the story that the game doesn't. You get to a point in the game, not too long after the beginning, where it like has like a 20-second cutscene, which is just snippets from Kingsglaive to fill in like what happened in the story, like in order to drive your story, because your story it has something to do with the Kingsglaive story, but the Kingsglaive story is a self-contained thing for the most part. That, well, it's self-contained and it bleeds out into the main game, but it's its own story, and you're not involved, is what I'm saying. So it just has like little snippets of like all the cool scenes, and I'm just like, what? So I went back and watched it. I'm like, oh, okay. Makes a little bit more sense. A little bit more sense now. And it's good. Also, Diamond Weapon is in it. And I'm sorry if this is spoilers. Just give me like 20 seconds to talk about it. You can mute it and I'll like do this when I'm done, okay? Now. So Diamond Weapon is in it. Ultros is in it. And several of the Knights of the Round in giant form fighting Diamond Weapon. If that's not the most awesome thing ever, I don't know what is. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, so it was good. So yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I finally beat the main story in Pokemon Moon, and now I just started the Ultra Beast things, and my Pokemon are all around level 70. Also spoilers for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm not gonna talk about it. There's some people that they're still taking their time, and I appreciate that because I took my time. I'm at like 80 hours or something on the game, and I just beat the league. I take my time. I try to catch all the Pokemon in the routes. It doesn't work, but you know, whatever. I do my own thing. I do what I want. I fought Blue. That was cool. Not related to the league. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so it's also very fun. I beat it mainly so that I could finally get the Magearna distribution, which video on my channel, because you have to have beaten the league in order to do that. But anyway, other stuff. Talking about stuff. There was a Kickstarter that I backed a while ago called You Are Now Earthbound, which was by Fangamer to do a whole load of cool stuff. But mostly I backed it in order to get this, the Earthbound Handbook. If you remember a long while back, I showed you guys the Mother 3 handbook that they made, which was a stretch goal. This was, or they reprinted anyway. This was a stretch goal from the Kickstarter that they were able to get this reprinted, and it's a guidebook to Mother 3. Let's get a page that actually has stuff and not just the chapter marker. It's a guidebook to Mother 3 with the maps and the enemies and the items and just cute little flavor text telling you about the areas, and it's made up as a like a a manual for the Pork Army. It's written as a character in the game, but also serves as a real guidebook and strategy and things like that. So they made, just put that back without everything falling over. So they made the main purpose was to get this made, which was the Earthbound version. And the Earthbound version, in my opinion, I read through it, the entirety of it yesterday. The Earthbound version, in my opinion, is the better one. First of all, it's very fancy. The dust jacket has a whole bunch of stuff on the inside, just like the other one. The Mother 3 one has all the clay figures for the bosses and stuff. So this is just a taste of what's inside. And this is just filled with so much. It's just so impressive. And honestly, in order to actually get it, you have to have played the games at least once already just to understand some of the things. But it still serves as a guidebook. It has all the enemies. It has maps drawn guide maps, treasure locations, boss strategy, but it has these areas at the beginning of each area that's a newspaper talking about each area, and because in the game you get newspapers when you check into the hotels and stuff, and it's just so full of funny things and good writing. And it's written as somebody taking a tour of Eagle Land, which is the world of Earthbound. Taking a tour of Eagle Land, and the tour is saying, as featured in the game Earthbound, saying, well, it's not real, but, in Earthbound they did X, Y, and Z. So, things like that. So, it's the number 3, the digger, the guardian digger. It's I'm the number 3 mole, so they have the card 5 times there. Random things here. Okay, so this is talked about in the Dusty Dunes Desert, right? So it says presidential luxury hotel and slots. So it's why is it presidential? I don't get it. Because you have the three slot guys, and I forgot the first one. It's Sancho something, and the last guy is Thomas Jefferson. So presidential Thomas Jefferson. I don't know. It's little things. It's just little cute things. I don't know. It's hard to explain if you're not a fan of the game, but I love this guidebook, because it, as somebody who played the game many times now and loves it, and I don't know, indulges himself in the game and its characters and its little quirks and big quirks. It's just great, and it's 90s. It's also they don't just make it as a guidebook and a funny guidebook. It's a 90s guidebook because the game takes place in 1990X. So here, it's this is your brain on prophecy. Any questions? And it's a parody of the anti-drug PSA. This is your brain on drugs. It's eggs and hard-boiled and sunny side up eggs and things. It's a drug PSA. You kids aren't old enough to know these things. Or an Apple commercial, but it's for Orange Kid. It's for the thing that turns the hard-boiled eggs into raw eggs or whatever. These are all from the 90s, and you have certain things that's I need to find it. I don't know if this is available for purchase on the Fangamer website, but you should have backed the Kickstarter. You should have backed the Kickstarter. I'm sorry. Like the Threed Herald with the zombie takeover. Human woman is sexy and attractive. A sexy, attractive human woman that we all find extremely beautiful is hanging around outside the hotel. I'm attracted to young human males with cute yellow backpacks, said the sexy human woman, who went on to explain that she is very much aroused when she considers the possibility of a paramour who has psychic powers. I would be sure to jointly pay the income taxes required by the Eagle End federal government with any such male willing to follow me into the Threed Sunset Hotel. It's great. So one sec, let me find... I don't know, it's hard to explain to somebody who doesn't suffer from 90s nostalgia trips, who didn't grow up with all the hip lingo that you kids don't know about these days, or just just the pattern here is very 90s, and I'll find it. Okay, this over here is another PSA. It says, I thought I could trust a guidebook. That's when it happened. Don't make the same mistake I did. Your kids are the most important things in your life, and you never trust a book to watch them while you were at the grocery store or to operate them when they're sick. A guidebook doesn't even have hands, so why are you putting your kids' lives in them every time you travel? When you talk to a hitman, you're talking to a real person, not some book. Once again, it's like one of the anti-drug PSA type things. I don't know if it's anti-drug, but come on, gotta have it somewhere. Also these like pictures here, which they send as these are like models that somebody made up, that they sent out as backgrounds, computer backgrounds. Come on. And like original art for all the the enemies and stuff. Okay, well I can't find it, but it's like it's the 90X's, and you're a 90X's kind of person. And as a 90X kind of person, you like whatever. And anyway, it's really, really good. And just everything in this book is so well done. So like an extreme point. But once again, it also serves as a real guidebook. Here it is. Here. It says, it's the 90X's, and you're a 90X's kind of person. You like to pack food before you go on a lone trek deep into wild frozen territory. So why aren't you buying a Rex brand picnic lunch? It's compact to fit into your hectic go-getter lifestyle. Even has a slice of your favorite octopus wiener. And it's just a little boxed lunch thing, but... and they have like all these pictures of people that they shopped up to look like the characters in the game. So yeah, it's amazing. And you know what else makes it 90s? They put in magic eye puzzles. 3 magic eye puzzles. You know those things where you have to stare at it and the picture pops out? So like it's so 90s. And I'm 90s too. It's great. If you guys didn't know, I was born in the year 1990, so I am a 90s kid. And yeah, so I'm going to... Oh god, I was talking about that for like 10 minutes straight. I'm sorry. But it appeals to me on so many levels. Mostly because it's Earthbound, but also because the effort put into this. Also, it has points where it refers you to this, which it's in a bag for a reason. This is a scratch and sniff card, and it's really pungent. It's because this is like a guidebook, so it's like, there's an ad in the front here on the dust jacket for the Talkman 90X, which obviously I can't buy. But it's like it's an audio guide on cassette that you listen to as you're going through Eagle Land, and this helps you with the smells. You have the sights and sounds. This helps you with the smells of Eagle Land, with such things as compost, fish, sugar, garlic, money, banana, parsley, burnt rubber, sunscreen, and ketchup. I'm surprised they didn't put pizza on here like the original game. But it's just like, wow, it's so full of so much, and it's an amazing accomplishment. I can't get over it. Also, what came with the game is trading cards of the enemies and the art. So like this, like in the guidebook, it shows like this, and then like for the bosses, let's say it shows the stats like this with like a little thing. You can't really read it. It says this early in the game, your guts are so low that Frank's nasty words barely affect them. That's basically a free attack for Nest. So it gives you like a little strategy. It tells you the boss's stats and everything. Same for like, so I got the Frankie Steiny March 2 and Frank Fly. I got the nothing really on the back. I got the Pogo Punk. So this is like what the regular enemy things look like. Just shows you basic stats: offense, defense, experience, money, and HP. Got the Attack Slug. I got the Starman Jr. and the boss cards also, as you can see. They're, well, I guess you can't. I don't know if you can see. They're like shiny. And I also got Captain Strong with his Tango Foxtrot martial art thing. So yeah, it's cool. Also, as one of the stretch goals, we got this, which was only supposed to, originally it was going to be digital, but it's a psychokinetic zine, which is a bunch of fan art of all the games. Fan art in picture form, comic form, little like story fan fiction form, and there's a lot of it for the 3 Mother games. You know, it spans all of them, and it's also it's good. So you know, this is just fan art from like, you know, backers or people that contributed or whatever. So it's nice. It's a fanzine, as it says. And yeah, so that's really nice. What's also really nice is stuff from Christy. Surprise, surprise. So Christy sent the pictures that she drew when I was in the radiation, because if you remember from last time, she drew like radiation chronicles of things I did every day. But first things first, she also sent this, which is birthday present. It is a full art Mega Tyranitar card. Look at that. Look at that. I opened up the package. I was like, ah! But it also, this picture, it's attached to, which I'm probably not going to remove the card from. The card is in like a little case. Don't worry. Is a conversation that we had on Twitter about it. So it's like, Dobie, one of your presents came today. It was late. I'm like, welp. It's like, I want to show you what it is. Hope you don't mind. I'm like, sure. And then she posted a picture. I'm just like, ah! Ah! So, yeah, it's cute. And I'm going to probably keep it like that. But anyway, so these are the pictures she drew from the day-by-day thing, the Radiation Chronicles, which was plagued, as I've said before, by the plagued by the tooth things. That's really what I didn't really get much done because we had the tooth problem, which is kind of sad because last time we watched a lot of Abbott and Costello, my father and I. But what is important is that Christy drew Lily as like a Sephiroth me, yelling at Nebby to get in the bag, which is currently best meme 2016, by the way. The Nebby get in the bag meme is just the best, and this last picture, I love it so much. It's great. And finally, art by Dovey. I drew this really fast, actually, a couple days ago. But look at it, it's your boy. So first I drew this Rowlet as a warm-up, in like 5 minutes. It was great. And then I drew Guzma here, your boy, and it only took a few minutes also. And then I drew Rowlet Guzma, which is the thing that I wanted to draw most of all. And it's just the most adorable thing. I mean, look at that. Look at Rowlet Guzma right there. It's destruction in physical form. It's your boy Rowlet. I love it. I love it. Look how cute that is. But anyway, it's up on DeviantArt and all that stuff. So go check that out. And I'm going to let you guys go. But yeah, so People also got like Earthbound backpacks, like all sorts of stuff for people who pledged a little more. I didn't have enough for it, and that made me sad at the time. But yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I'm probably going to look at it again, especially the next time I play, because I learned stuff from it. Like, it actually had legitimate strategies for the bosses, like using the debuffs that I never do, like paralysis and things like that. But just the artwork and all the just little things put in are just so much. You get to the moonside section and it's upside down. It's things like that. It's like, it's so good. It's so good. Gosh. Also has recipes for the magic cake and the peanut butter cheese bars, or whatever they are. And I actually kind of want to try them. Despite the fact that the peanut butter cheese bars use farmer cheese and cottage cheese, which are generally not cheeses that I enjoy, but I still kind of want to try them. But yeah, it's just so good. It's so good. But anyway, I'm going to stop paying attention to you guys, and I'm going to probably start reading this again. Because it's so good. This is how the guidebook kind of goes off the rails when you get to the end of the game Gygas fight. Which makes sense, because that's kind of how the game goes. And then it ends off in another Magic Eye puzzle. And just a portal into nothingness. And there's just blank pages after that. And like stuff from like the characters in the game saying like, hey, you're awesome. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Sephiroth04 with the weekly update. Look forward to videos coming back tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.